Hello, I'm Rob Thomas, and welcome to another edition of The Road Back, brought to you by Club and Resort Business, Club and Resort Chef, and the Club and Resort Chef Association. Today's edition of The Road Back is brought to you by Strategic Club Solutions, taking you and your club through a proven process to identify opportunities, assess resources, and devise a customized plan. Or if you find you need help with a few specific challenges, Strategic Club Solutions has a full menu of a la carte services to boost your club's overall success. The company has combined experiences in all areas of club management, including club operations, food and beverage strategies, guest service levels, golf operations, fitness, pool, tennis, spa, concierge amenities, clubhouse facilities management, accounting and finance systems, IT, turf management, retail merchandise operations, culinary design, and more. Learn more at strategicclubsolutions.com. For today's fresh insight on how clubs are meeting the challenges posed by the coronavirus pandemic and are finding new and innovative ways to boost business levels and start to return to full operation, we're talking with Chris Card, president of the Grand Harbor Golf and Beach Club in Vero Beach, Florida, and the club at New Seabury on Cape Cod. Chris, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Rob. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Hey, Chris, real quick, can you tell us how the coronavirus pandemic affected both clubs? I imagine it's a little different.
Yeah, a little different. Up here on the Cape, we were just getting ready to launch season, and the members were beginning to arrive, those that were far away and head back north. Down in Vero Beach, we were really beginning to see the beginnings of our off-season start. So we were a little bit luckier down there. However, back up here in the Cape, business is booming, and just looking for ways to create and add value to the memberships that our members expect.
Sure. So when does the season start then for Vero Beach?
So Vero Beach, the Florida market usually begins late October, early November, and you'll see that move through usually into Mother's Day, into May. So as I said, we were beginning to get off the shoulder and into the March, April timeframe and get down into a little bit slower time. And we were just ramping up from a hiring perspective up here on the Cape. So a little more difficult here.
Sure. So then looking forward, what's the long-term outlook for both properties from like an investment perspective, expansion, membership development, the growth standpoint? How are you looking going forward coming out of this pandemic?
Well, the best example of the two assets that I have is here at New Seabury. The timing, quite honestly, could not have been better for us. We were just finishing up full course renovation on our ocean course and completed the Dunes course renovation last year. Multi-million-dollar renovation here in the clubhouse, added a new $8 million athletic club and fitness center. So all told, in the last 3.5 years, we've invested approximately $20 million into this asset. So now coming into this unfortunate pandemic that we're all experiencing, we were positioned quite well in our market. We didn't need to lower dues. We didn't need to lower initiation fees because we had an asset now that was cutting edge, was the best of the best. And quite honestly, our membership sales have been absolutely booming up here on the Cape, and we do not see any signs of anything slowing down.
Sure. Now, you also have a residential component there. Are your members, are you seeing members staying longer, perhaps? Maybe not heading back down south? Or are they staying?
We do. Yeah, we've got approximately 1,500 homes here within New Seabury. We obviously are the developer as well, so we currently have approximately 40 homes under construction right now. And to the point earlier, all 40 of those homes under construction have already been sold. We're getting ready to launch a new phase 4 development that'll have 81 homes. We're still in the green space phase right now, clearing the land, and we've already sold homes that haven't even gotten any of the foundations in the ground yet. So what we've seen then is, in addition to that, many folks that live in the Boston urban space or New York City or Worcester, Massachusetts, or Hartford, Connecticut that have places on the Cape or who are always looked at getting a place on the Cape, we found that those folks have made the move. We're seeing a lot of businesses, a lot of folks are able to work from home now. And if you live in Boston, which is approximately an hour and 20 minutes away from us, almost an hour and a half away from us, and you don't need to be in Boston, and you can be down on the Cape in a wonderful environment here within the confines of New Seabury, right on the Nantucket Sound, views of Martha's Vineyard and 2 phenomenal golf courses. why wouldn't you make that move?
Sure. Well, I had the fortune of visiting y'all last year, and I tell you what, that's a great place to work if you had to work virtually.
We're super excited. Again, we wish everybody the best that's dealing with this pandemic. I'm sure there are other folks in the same position as we are that have the timing sometimes is just right. We don't let our guard down when it comes to safety. Our protocols and guidelines are in line, so we want to obviously look after our employees first and foremost to make sure they can then provide a great quality experience, safe experience, social distance experience for our membership. And touch wood, we've been good up to this point.
So now, conversely, you're heading down south. Let's talk about Florida. Florida's been hit relatively hard compared to, I believe, the Cape.
Absolutely.
How are things looking for the immediate future as well as going forward down in Vero Beach?
Well, the geographic differences are such that the governors of Florida and Mass aren't quite in sync with each other, and that to be expected. Obviously, Florida's become a bit of a hot spot, certainly down the Miami-Dade area, which is about 3 hours south of where we are in Vero, 2.5 to 3 hours south. However, that is, it's moved its way north a little bit. We're a little more cautious. We've been a little more cautious. We don't like to meet the regulations and protocols that the governments, both in Mass and in Florida, have imposed. We like to make sure that in both instances, we're going above and beyond, just because we would hate to have a situation we've got to shut everything down because we've had members or staff come down with COVID-19. So things were a little different. Again, the plus for us down in Vero Beach is that we were going into the off season, so we were able to consolidate experiences a little bit, if you will. Still playing golf, still playing tennis, still have access to the beach club. We've just really limited our dining, and now it looks as if Florida will matriculate back into the next phase, or back into phase 2. We'll look to expand some of the offerings down there, bring back the staff in a normal time frame as we would coming out of off season, but the team's ready to go. That's in place. Our directors and our great GM down there are raring to go and provide a great experience for the members down at Grand Harbor.
So things are looking as normal as can be expected at this point.
Well, listen, it's the new norm for all of us right now, isn't it? And we've all had to be very nimble in our decision making, make decisive decisions, and had to pivot in ways that we have never had to in the past in the hospitality business. I think it ended up being a good thing for us on both fronts at both of our assets. We're going to come out of this better than when we went into it, if that makes sense.
No, that's perfect. That's fantastic. It's good news, and we could all use a little good news right now.
We could, absolutely.
So, any advice to fellow professionals that are not only looking to, expand or just trying to get back to, like you say, the new normal? What have you learned that can help others?
Well, I think being nimble in your decision making decisive decisions. And I think what I've learned, having been in this business almost 30 years now, is I might think I'm pretty smart and have a lot of answers, but this has taught me and my senior leadership teams that we don't have all the answers. And it's okay to reach out for help. It's okay to call your fellow club managers and asset managers and owners and directors of golf and directors of agronomy and directors of food and beverage. Find out some best practices. You might be good, but you can always get better. And that's something I've emphasized with our teams. There's no shame in asking for help. Certainly in a crisis pandemic that we're in right now, we're all in the same boat. And nobody wants to see anybody else get in trouble or sink, if you will. Everybody can help everybody else out, and we can all be successful.
Beautiful. Very well said, Chris. Thank you very much for your time. And thank you for watching. Again, this edition of The Road Back was brought to you by Club and Resort Business, Club and Resort Chef, and the Club and Resort Chef Association. And thank you to our sponsor, Strategic Club Solutions. If you have a great idea or success story you'd like to see featured on a future episode, please contact us at editor@clubandresortbusiness.com.